Our guest today is the country representative for India for Girl Up. She is passionate about issues related to women and girls and has previously worked on projects related to gender, health, and child protection. Please welcome Miss Aditi Arora. We are really honored to have you, Aditi, with us. Over to you, Aditi.
Fantastic. So I'm Aditi, and thank you so much, Manav Ujjwal Samaj Samiti, for having me here today. And thank you, Lubna and Jaskiran, who looped me in and gave me this opportunity to speak to everyone today about Girl Up. Um, so the way I thought I'll move today is first have like maybe around 30-minute presentation on Girl Up, and then leave the rest 15-20 minutes for everyone to ask questions. Um, if you all can see the slide, it says that there are close to 600 million girls in the world today, right? And we're all using internet, we're all using Facebook and IG to connect with each other. There's so much technological advances and interconnectedness. Yet, despite in this age of Facebook and Instagram and Netflix and everything, we are still seeing that millions of girls face challenges, and they do not have the opportunities that a lot of us right now here enjoy. They don't have the same privileges. Now, if you can see the bubbles, and you can use the chat box, I guess that would be easy. If you can see the bubbles, the first one says 27. Now, each of these bubbles have data points related to the status of women and girls across the world. So if you had to take a wild guess, what would that 27 really be referring to? If you could just take a wild guess. So 27 is the number of girls or the percentage of girls in India that get married before the age of 18. That's 27%. Just below that, you see 7%. I'll give you 10 seconds. Tell me what data point this would be referring to. Okay, I'm going to give the answer. 7% of girls get married before they celebrate their 15th birthday. Now, right next to it, you see 33,000. What could that mean? 33,000, 27%, 7%. They're all data points relating to the status of women and girls, not just in India, but across the world. So 33,000 is actually 33,000 globally. Girls became child brides or become child brides every single day. If you see right next to it, there is something in green. It's called second. So second is refers to the most common death amongst adolescent girls between the ages of 15 to 19 is complications from childbirth and pregnancy. Right. On top of it, you see 200 million. Can everybody see it? The one in the blue. I'm using my cursor to highlight it. So 200 million women and girls are affected with female genital mutilation in over 30 countries. Now, for a moment, if you could just use your chat box and tell me if everyone knows what female genital mutilation refers to. Just be like, yes, 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 or no. I mean, no judgment. I'm here to explain. No. Okay. So, no. Okay. So, female genital mutilation refers to, so if you divide the word female, it's female. Genital is your genitalia, and mutilation means mutilating it, right? So it's not a religious practice, but it's a cultural practice that happens in a lot of African nations and also in India in certain communities. And basically, the clitoris is either mutilated or um, you know the genitalia is mutilated so that women don't have control over their sexuality, so that sex is not pleasurable for them. It's a cultural tradition, and at the moment we don't have any laws against it. It's a human rights issue and happens with a lot of women. Close to 200 million women and girls have experienced this in their lifetime, and they are unable to exercise agency over their own body because they are cut or mutilated when they are very, very young. and it's a decision taken by the elder women of the family. And it's not because they want to, but it's because there is pressure from, their patriarchal household in order to do this. So that's what female genital mutilation refers to. Now, if you see the yellow circle, this one, and it says six. Um, Now, six refers to the fact that there are just 6 countries in the world that have equal legal working rights for women. If you see the 22 here, it refers to the fact that only 22% of all AI professionals are women. Now, if you see the pink one, it says 1 is to 2.24, which sounds really weird, but it refers to the fact that for every one female film character, there are 2.24 men. Now, why is this important? Now, I spoke about gender-based violence here. I talked about child marriage here. I talked about adolescents getting pregnant, and that's the second most common cause of their death. And here I talk about representation of women in media. Why is it important that we talk about representation of women in media? So why do you think, have you ever seen a Salman Khan film? Yes, you have. Perfect. Have you ever noticed कि सलमान खान की फिल्म में हमेशा उसका बैकग्राउंड दिया जाता है, वो कैसे पैदा हुआ, उसकी माँ बाप कौन है, उसकी होप्स एंड ड्रीम्स क्या हैं, और स्टोरी उसी की होती है, और जो लड़की होती है, यूजुअली कोई भी दबंग फिल्म देख लो जिसमें सोनाक्षी सिन्हा होती है या एनी अदर, इट रियली डजंट मैटर, राइट? वी डोंट नो अबाउट हर स्टोरी, वी डोंट नो अबाउट हर बैकग्राउंड, वो उसके होप्स एंड ड्रीम्स क्या हैं, वो क्या करना चाहती है, वो कहाँ पढ़ती है, उसके माँ बाप कौन है. वी रियली डोंट नो एनीथिंग अबाउट द फीमेल. So it's really important that we understand that women are not objects, and they are not there solely for the hero's pleasure, and that उसी की कहानी बढ़ाने के लिए लड़की आती है, right? Because we all have a life, we all have our own hopes and dreams, and it's important to see my representation, proper representation in media, right? Yes, patriarchy is almost everywhere, consciously and subconsciously. Talking about that, have any of you heard about the manic? Um, no, I won't talk about that. I think let it be. Let's shift to 108. If you see this 108, can you tell me what this 108 would refer to? Okay. So according to the Global Gender Gap Report of the World Economic Forum, we will be able to achieve gender parity only in 108 years. This is what the 108 year means. Unless we change ourselves, unless we change our society, this is probably even in 108 years, we might not be able to achieve it, right? Given that due to the lockdown, everything is becoming really difficult for women, this might not be a possibility. But what can we do? So here is where Girl Up comes in, and I'll tell you a little more about it. So essentially, Girl Up was started in 2010, and we are headquartered in Washington, D.C. We are an initiative of the United Nations Foundation, and we work across a community of global partners to achieve gender equality worldwide. So we are essentially a leadership development initiative. So it means that we work with girls, and we work with boys, and we work with people of all genders, actually. We call ourselves Girl Up because the investment that we do, the money investment that we do, goes into United Nations programs that work for adolescent girls. That's one reason we call ourselves Girl Up. But it doesn't mean that we only work with girls. People of all genders are welcome. So yes, as I said, we are a leadership development initiative in the sense that we work with people between the ages of 13 to 22, right? And these are some of our programs. This circular wheelie that you can, this wheel that you can see, are some of our programs. So the Leadership Summit. The Leadership Summit is happening on the 13th and 15th of July. In fact, I will put up the link on in the chat box in case you want to attend it. It's free of cost, and we have people like Michelle Obama, who's the former first lady, who's coming in. We have Sheryl Sandberg. Yeah, Sheryl. Let me just share it. I'm sorry, I didn't have it handy. I didn't realize. Wait, I'll just share it. And we have Sheryl Sandberg and we have Monique Coleman. Sheryl Sandberg is the CEO of Facebook. She's coming in. We have Nadia Murad. I don't know if you guys know her. She is a Nobel Peace Prize winner. In the past, we've also engaged with Malala. Yeah, so we have engaged with a lot of interesting people in the past. And this time, because it usually happens in Washington, D.C., but because of the COVID situation, it's happening virtually and it's free of cost. So do sign in, do register, and it'll be a great experience. You'll also get an opportunity to interact with girls and change makers like you from across the world, right? That's the Leadership Summit. Second is the Teen Advisor Program. The Teen Advisor Program is actually available for, this one is only for self-identified girls between the ages of 13 up to 17. So they need to have at least 1 year still left in school. So 11th grade, you should be in your 11th grade to be applying for the Teen Advisor Board. And essentially, after you get selected, you act as an advisory board for Girl Up. So every program that we push out goes through you. Be it a new program on storytelling or a new program on STEM, you weigh in and tell us if it really works for your generation or not. The applications come out in January, and for this year, we already have our teen advisor. It's a cohort of about 25 girls from across the world. And we have girls from Brazil and Iran and Israel and a lot of other girls. And we already have our teen advisor for this session, but maybe next year you can definitely apply if you're eligible. Then we have YSI camps. YSI is Women in Science camps. So girls who are young, still are in school, we have these YSI camps in a lot of different countries. Last year it was in Estonia and Jakarta. And this is free of cost. You apply for your scholarship, and of course it's an application, and that's how you get into the YSI camps. Unfortunately, it's not happening this year for obvious reasons. And then the two things that you must be really interested in are clubs in schools, sorry for the spelling error, and then you have clubs in campus. I'm assuming most of you here are going to college. So if you're in college, what you can do is, in fact, you can reach out to Lubna and Jaskaran because they too have registered a campus club with Girl Up. And a club works like any other, club, gender club that you would have in your college. So if you have a photography club, if you have, what else? A debating club. This is just like a gender club. And it's just like a women development cell. It's just that you get a lot of resources and toolkits and a bigger community to engage with. And we'll be talking more about campus clubs in the coming conversation. Now, the how, we were talking about clubs. And basically, clubs engage with our campaign through participating in challenges, in hosting events. You could raise awareness, and you could fundraise. What happens through this is that you develop leadership skills necessary to make a positive difference in the lives of girls everywhere. So what a lot of clubs right now are doing is, because they can't really do a lot of fundraising or even host events, offline events, what they are doing is hosting watch parties on Netflix. They are hosting online virtual book clubs, talking about feminist books. There are a lot of clubs that are doing Instagram lives with experts and social media influencers. And you could also host webinars like this and raise awareness around themes and issues that you are passionate about. So, for example, a lot of clubs I have seen are very, very passionate about menstrual health management. So, a lot of them in the past have done fundraising. There is one club that in fact collaborated with another club, which is in New Jersey. And the New Jersey club raised funds and they transferred the funds to India. And the club then bought sanitary napkins and went to underserved communities in New Delhi and gave out these sanitary pads and hosted workshops. So the theme really depends on you and the context that you're in, right? And what you are passionate about. There could be someone who's passionate about raising awareness around body positivity, right? There could be someone who wants to raise awareness around, say, child marriages, you know. Yes, it could be health, it could be female health, or it could be mental health. Um, you could raise awareness around anything. And at the moment, it's so easy because you can do it on your smartphone. My assumption here is that, and this is where my bias comes, is because I'm assuming everybody has a smartphone and has access to it. So that's um, that's something that you can do, right? Right. Um, so we also have a lot of like ideas around what you can do. We have a lot of literature. So if you're interested, you can definitely like message me and I can send you all of the literature on this. But I thought we'll keep it a little high level because it can get boring. Now we include 100 in, actually now we're in 120 countries. This is an old one. In fact, you guys, we just got reposted by Alia Bhatt and Bhumi Fadnekar, and I'm so stoked. But I'm digressing. As for Girl Up clubs, we are in 120 countries, and we're in all 50 US states, and there are 3,300 plus clubs. As you can see this map, and we have a lot of clubs in Delhi mostly, and then a lot of clubs in Chennai, in Bangalore, in Bombay, Pune, Jaipur, Korba, Kolkata. So, in a lot of cities of Punjab as well. So, yeah, we are pretty global, as you can see. So the advantage is, so if you create your own Girl Up club or join Jaskaran and Lubna, you do have the opportunity of interacting with girls and change makers like you in different parts of the world. So if you want to know what's happening in, say, Brazil in terms of women's movement, you can come up to. Unfortunately, our program is for people who have access to the internet and a system, and our resources are in Hindi, but not in all languages. We are in 5 global languages, Hindi included. I totally understand that this should be for everyone. Unfortunately, our programming at the moment is such that we are focused on people like you, so that you can empower yourself and use your privilege to empower other people. That's true, but having internet access doesn't really amount to having. So, for example, every district or गांव or village might have an internet access, पर उसका speed क्या है internet का? Does the girl have access to the mobile phone जिस पे internet आता है? क्या उसके पापा के पास रहता है? Is her father willing to give her the phone? Right? Yes. So these are some of the issues that girls face when accessing internet and technology. We believe technology is empowering. Actually, it isn't. We need to have social policies and to ensure that technology is empowering for people. In fact, at the moment, I'm not even sure मेरे घर पे internet access इतना slow आ रहा है, and I can't imagine अब district level पे क्या हो रहा होगा. So
at the same time, I want to add on a thing कि कि गांव में एंड जो छोटे छोटे डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं उसमें जिस तरीके से अवेयरनेस रेज करनी होती है दैट इज वेरी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द काइंड ऑफ अवेयरनेस लाइक आई कैन रेज अपने सर्कल में एंड
yeah,
along with that what I feel is कि like जितनी भी स्कीम्स है ना गवर्नमेंट की वो हमेशा ग्रामीण प्रॉब्लम्स पे ही फोकस करती है लाइक इवन इफ इट इज फॉर द गर्ल्स हमेशा ग्रामीण पॉपुलेशन ऑफ वुमेन वुड बी फोकस्ड बट ऐसा नहीं है प्रॉब्लम्स हर जगह है अर्बन एरिया में अपनी अलग टाइप की प्रॉब्लम्स है एंड उसे कोई एड्रेस नहीं करता आई दैट लाइक गर्ल अप के थ्रू हम ये काफी इफेक्टिवली कर सकते हैं नॉट सेइंग कि डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल पे या बाकी लेवल पे कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए या हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते. But yeah, that is something which I have observed.
Thank you for that, Lubna. Of course. Just I understand हमारा influence और privilege ज़्यादा है because हम सब English बोलते हैं और समझते हैं और internet use करना आता है. Of course हमारा circle of influence और privilege ज़्यादा है, but doesn't mean that we're just all of us enjoy equal rights as compared to our counterparts. Um, so we can still work on issues, right? Even if we are in the urban sector. But moving on, what is the kind of impact that girl up clubs have had? For example, girl up raised about close to, in fact, over 3 lakh rupees in a day to support menstrual hygiene needs of 617 girls. If you see the picture below, this is what they did. Girl Up Hyderabad donated 1,500 stationery kits to girls in underserved communities in districts of Guntur, Warangal under their Project Educate Poverty. So these are some of the huge impacts that our girls and clubs have had in the past. And we are trying to increase our circle of influence. And then why should you join this? So girls not only have an impact on other people and communities, but also have an impact on each other. What our programs do is we develop and strengthen their skills to create social change by organizing and mobilizing their communities. We connect young change makers to each other, fostering a global network across geography and cultures. And together, adolescents are advancing gender equality in their communities and working to improve the life of girls around the world in places where it's hardest to be a girl. As you did see in the past PPT, we are in over 120 clubs, countries, and in India we are in more than 20 cities. We have impacted 1,320 girls since 2018. That's when we shifted our bases and came to India. So we are pretty new in India. It's just been 2.5 years. And at the moment, we have 193 clubs in the country. So, it's a huge community if you want to be a part of it and exchange ideas, take support from the community if you want to do this kind of work. We are definitely there for you. And how do you do this? You just need 5 members, minimum 5, which becomes your core team, right? And members can be of any gender, okay? They need to be between the ages of 13 to 22, so which means grade 9th onwards. However, if you all are in college, I would suggest that you have members that are all above 18 and not have a minor in your club. And you need to do a minimum of 5 activities. The first thing that you need to do after you register with us formally is submit a kickoff report. A kickoff report is nothing but a planning guide. So a planning guide is what do you want to achieve in 1 year with us, and that's it. Like, what are you planning to achieve? Tell us 3 goals, and that's your kickoff report. And it'll also keep you accountable to your initial vision and also help us know how can we support you, right? And then your 5 activity reports. Now again, I'll reiterate what activities are. करना क्या है? Either you could raise awareness, ठीक है? Awareness online या offline हो सकती है. Online अभी सब online ही है. Offline अभी कुछ नहीं हो रहा. If you're online, use your influence. You can create an Instagram account after you register with us. Instagram account ke through you can take up campaigns. You can again do Instagram lives with influencers or with expert people, and I can help you connect with them. You can also do Instagram lives with your club members from other clubs and talk about their experiences. You can host Netflix watch parties. So documentary dekho saath mein and you can discuss it. You can also have an online book club and discuss things, read new things together, discuss it. We also have a list of books that you can read, so you don't have to go around searching for it on Google, right? So these are the things that you can do to raise awareness. Second was fundraising. As you saw in the past, a couple of our clubs, especially Gola Pro, they raised 3 lakh. Hyderabad donated 1,500 stationery kits. You can do a fundraising activity and then use that money to help someone. Yes, it's necessary to have a 5-member club. That's the minimum that we have. Where was I? Yeah. So that's fundraising. The third thing you can do is service. सर्विस का मतलब ये है कि आप अपने कम्युनिटी में जाइए, कॉलेज के आसपास कोई अंडर सर्व्ड कम्युनिटी है, कोई स्लम है, उसमें जाएं और अपना वक्त और स्किल हो, अगर आपके पास कोई, किसी को क्वेलिंग आती हो, किसी को पेंटिंग आती हो, वो जाके बच्चों के साथ करें या महिलाओं के साथ बात करें मेंस्ट्रुअल हेल्थ मैनेजमेंट पे. Personality development class ले सकते हैं. Yes, you can have more than 5 members. The maximum limit that we have, that I suggest, is 50. However, of course, you can have more than 50. There is a club in JMC that has 100 members. Service is usually taken care of by the National Service Scheme. But even under Girl Up, you can do service. Now, what is the advantage here? There are 4-5 advantages, and we'll get to that in a minute. We talked about our activities and we'll talk about our opportunities. Firstly, you have a chance to make a difference. सबको कुछ करना है पर opportunity या platform नहीं है, right? Although Girl Up Club बहुत autonomous है, you will not be interacting with me daily. तुम अपना खुद का करोगे, but at least you'll have the name and the backing and at least a team to support you and brainstorm activities with. दूसरा, again, I can't emphasize this enough, that you will be connecting with a community of like-minded change makers. It's so important because इस process में, इस काम में, sometimes you lose steam. You don't know what you're doing, you get demotivated. But if you have a community of like-minded change makers, it really, really helps. तीसरा, हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म पे जब आप रजिस्टर करेंगे, उस पर बहुत सारे टूल किट्स एंड बहुत सारे रिसोर्सेज हैं. देयर आर रिसोर्सेज ऑन स्टोरी टेलिंग. हम बात कर रहे थे मीडिया के बारे में बिल्कुल स्टार्टिंग में, तो हम चाहते हैं कि और लड़कियां स्टोरी टेलिंग में आएँ और अपनी कहानी बताएं, बिकॉज टेलिंग योर ओन स्टोरी इज सो पावरफुल एंड सो इंस्पायरिंग, राइट? स्टोरी टेलिंग रियली डजंट मीन कहानी बताना, उसमें बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती हैं. उसमें फोटो जर्नलिज्म भी होता है, उसमें इलस्ट्रेशन भी होता है. सो वी हैव एन एंटायर टूल किट ऑन स्टोरी टेलिंग. Then with Carnegie Solution Lab, we created STEM for Social Good. STEM का फुल फॉर्म कोई बताएगा मुझे चैट पे? गूगल मत करना, और कर भी सकते हो. Yes, science. So that's the S. Technology is for the T. Engineering is for the E. And the mathematics is for the M. अभी आपने नोटिस किया होगा कि जब भी मैं साइंस, टेक्नोलॉजी, इंजीनियरिंग, मैथ्स के बारे में बात करती हूँ तो सिर्फ आईआईटी में ये विजुअल आता है कि सारे लड़के हैं. आई डोंट सी अ गर्ल इवन इन माई इमेजिनेशन, राइट? एंड इट्स ट्रू, अ लॉट ऑफ पेरेंट्स, अ लॉट ऑफ गर्ल्स डोंट टेक अप स्टेम करियर्स, राइट? तो हम इनकरेज करते हैं. हमने एक टूल किट भी बनाया है और हम वाईएसआई कैंप्स भी करते हैं, जिसके बारे में मैं पहले बता रही थी. We also do STEM boot camps. 2 दिन के boot camp करते हैं हम बच्चों के साथ. बच्चे as in 13 to 18 years of age. We do boot camps with them to ignite interest in STEM. So you can also use, if you have an idea of an app या coding करना है कुछ, you can definitely like engage with STEM for social good. हम इसके लिए grants भी provide करते हैं. तो अगर आपके पास कोई आइडिया है और आपको ग्रांट चाहिए इसके लिए, यू कैन अप्लाई फॉर वन ऑफ आवर ग्रांट्स हियर. देन स्पोर्ट्स फॉर अ पर्पस. ये प्रोग्राम उन लोगों के लिए है, उन बच्चों के लिए है, ताकि it ignites interest in sports. I used to play basketball, but after 10th grade, I stopped. I just don't know. I didn't feel okay. I didn't feel like I belonged on the court because I didn't see any other girl playing. And who knows, I could have been an MBA, right? Haha. Even if we are asked to imagine any professional, engineer, lawyer, teacher, every time it's a male in our imagination. Yes, absolutely. मैं भी जब सोचती हूँ कोई साइंटिस्ट है तो मेरे भी दिमाग में एक लड़का ही आता है. So yes, we have something for sports for a purpose. हमारे पास फंड रेजिंग टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स हैं बहुत सारे. हम GBV पे भी बात करते हैं और सेफ स्पेसेस पे बात करते हैं. और जेंडर बेस्ड वायलेंस बहुत ही बड़ा अम्ब्रेला टर्म है. उसमें हम अभी जा नहीं सकते क्योंकि उसके लिए बहुत कॉन्टेक्स्ट सेटिंग करनी होगी. बट हम जेंडर बेस्ड वायलेंस पे भी बात करते हैं. उस पर भी हमारे पास टूल किट्स एंड रिसोर्सेज हैं. And you'll also have an opportunity to go to Washington DC for the Leadership Summit. हम every year एक scholarship निकालते हैं for our girls to go there. तो इस साल तो सब online है, so it's free of cost and you can go and attend it. However, next year, hoping that the situation improves, you can definitely apply for a grant, for a scholarship and go to Washington for our summit. In 2018, we also did something called the hashtag Dream Big Princess. It was funded by Disney. And yeah, I was saying in 2018, we did this campaign with Disney where girls from across the world, including one from India, from Flame University, she was invited to not just Washington for the Leadership Summit, but she was also trained by Pixar and by Disney to be trained in storytelling. And she created a short story, video story on one of the other women photographers in India. So you'll have such opportunities as well. It doesn't happen annually, but it keeps coming. So that's what you'll have. You'll also have financing opportunities. We've opened up our financial grant. So for all your club activities, you don't have to pay from your pocket. You can apply for a grant. The grant takes at least 2 months to come through because it comes from America. But you can apply for a grant of up to $500. And you can attend all of our trainings, all of our workshops, all of our events free, of course, जो भी इंडिया में हम करते हैं. And after you do a minimum of 5 activities in a year, you get a certificate from us, you and all your club members. So these are some of the opportunities and benefits that you have if you were to associate with Girl Up and create your club. And of course, we have Michelle Obama and we have, I forgot her name, Kate Hudson, right? Yeah. And we have Jamila Jamil. If you don't know Jamila Jamil, go check her Instagram page. It's called I_way. I think that's what it is. She's also in she's also an actress. She's Pakistani born, I think. She's really amazing. Go check her out. And this is Monique Coleman. I don't know if you ever saw High School Musical. Like मेरे बचपन का है, I think High School Musical. I think तुम लोगों ने नहीं देखा. Okay. So Monique was in High School Musical. So these are some of the people. In fact, Priyanka Chopra also is one of our champions. And बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो इसके साथ जुड़े हैं कैंपेन के साथ. और this is the end. I will take questions and thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for listening to me. I spoke for 45 minutes straight. No mean feat.
Yeah, this was really, really insightful. This was really enriching. And
Thank you.
everybody, please, like, yeah, you can unmute yourself and ask your questions, or okay, if you are comfortable, then use the public chat. Okay, so we have a question from Vigo. He asks that how can we register for this program?
Yes, thank you for the question. I was just writing. This is the website. Okay, ठीक है. Website में एक option आता है Get Involved. So all you need to do is fill out a form and you're good to go. And then जो भी बाकी kick-off report वगैरह है वो in due time you can do it. This is how you register. You can also join Lubna and Jaskar and I guess if that's
Sure,
okay.
sure. Yeah, sure. Anytime. So, yeah, so Gaurav is a really amazing experience, and I would like to add on that we met Aditi, I think, around last year in a Gaurav's event, which happened in the Constitution Club. And at that time, we had no plans to start off with our Gaurav Club, but then we were in touch with Aditi, and we just registered our club a month ago. This is really an amazing opportunity for all of us to work together. And as Aditi rightly pointed out, that you will find like-minded people, and that really matters. Also, we did a campaign on menstrual health. I mean, not exactly menstrual health. It was about talking about your stories and breaking the stigma around menstruation. And it was really difficult to get people talking about it. And I mean, that campaign is still live. So if any one of you would wish to be a part of it, please contact us. We'll be also telling you more details. Any more questions? Yeah. So Aditi, share your Instagram and Facebook, Twitter, everything.
Oh, yes. Take a second. I'll just.
Yeah, sure, sure. Take it in.
No, I'm just gonna. So Facebook is just Girl India, and for Instagram, I'll just share the link with you so that it's easier for you to follow us. And no pressure. I mean, if you don't have a question, you can always email me your question later if you don't have one right now. That's okay. I'll be more than happy to answer it later.
Thank you so much, Aditi. It was really amazing to have you.
Thank you so much, and everyone have a great day. And
Thank you so much.
the pleasure was all mine. Thank you. Bye.